Have you ever wanted to talk to someone, but you just couldn't do it? Maybe you wanted to say something in class, introduce yourself to someone, talk to a girl or guy you liked, or simply join a conversation, but your mind suddenly went blank. You start thinking about what they might think of you, whether you'll say something stupid, whether they'll judge you, and before you know it, the moment is gone. Then later, when you're alone, you think, why didn't I just say something? If you've ever felt like this, you're not weird, and you're definitely not alone. A lot of people struggle with shyness, even people who look confident from the outside. The first thing you need to understand is that being shy doesn't mean there's something wrong with your personality. You're probably not boring, awkward, or incapable of talking to people. You're simply too focused on how you're being perceived. And the more you think about yourself while you're talking to someone, the harder it becomes to actually talk. Stop thinking everyone is watching you. One of the biggest reasons you're shy is because you assume everyone is paying attention to you. You walk into a room and immediately think, how do I look? What should I say? Are they going to think I'm weird? But here's the truth, most people are too busy thinking about themselves. Think about your own life. When was the last time you spent an entire day thinking about something embarrassing another person did? Probably not very often. You might remember it for a few minutes, maybe even laugh about it, and then you move on. Other people are doing the same thing with you. That awkward sentence you said yesterday, you probably remember it much more than they do. That weird moment when you didn't know what to say, there's a good chance nobody else even remembers it. So stop treating every conversation like you're being judged by 1,000 people. You're not on stage, you're just talking to another human being. Stop trying to be interesting. This is another huge mistake shy people make. You think you need to be funny, interesting, confident, or impressive before you can talk to someone. You don't. You don't need the perfect story. You don't need the perfect joke. You don't need to have an amazing personality every second. Just be curious. Ask someone how their day is going. Ask what they're working on. Talk about something happening around you. Ask about their interests. Listen to their answer and ask another question. Most good conversations aren't created by saying something incredible. They're created by showing genuine interest. Instead of thinking, what can I say that will make them like me? Think, what can I learn about this person? That small change takes a huge amount of pressure off you. Start with small conversations. If you're shy, don't expect yourself to suddenly become the most social person in the room. Start ridiculously small. Say hello to someone. Ask a classmate a simple question. Thank someone. Make a small comment about something happening around you. Ask someone for their opinion. These interactions might seem insignificant, but they're actually training your brain. Every time you have a small conversation and realize nothing terrible happened, your confidence grows a little. Confidence isn't something you wait for before taking action. Confidence is something you build by taking action. You don't become confident and then start talking to people. You start talking to people, survive the awkward moments, learn from them, and slowly become more confident. Don't wait until you feel ready. This is probably the biggest thing I want you to remember. You might think, I'll talk to people when I'm more confident. But you probably won't. Because confidence doesn't magically appear while you're sitting alone thinking about talking to people. You have to do the uncomfortable thing first. Your heart might beat faster, you might feel nervous, your hands might feel weird, you might not know what to say. Do it anyway, you don't have to eliminate nervousness. You just have to learn that you can be nervous and still act. That's real confidence. Stop trying to avoid awkward moments. Here's a secret nobody tells you. Awkward moments are normal. Everyone has them. Everyone says something stupid sometimes. Everyone forgets someone's name. Everyone runs out of things to say. Everyone has conversations that don't go anywhere. The difference is that confident people don't treat an awkward moment like a disaster. They just move on. You say something weird? Laugh about it. You don't know what to say? Ask another question. The conversation ends? That's fine. You don't need every interaction to be amazing. Sometimes you just say hello and move on. That's normal. Talk to people. You normally wouldn't. If you want to become less shy, you need to increase the number of social situations you're comfortable with. Talk to people outside your usual friend group. Sit somewhere different. Join a club or activity. Ask someone about something they're doing. Start a conversation with a classmate you don't normally talk to. The goal isn't to become friends with everyone. The goal is to become comfortable interacting with different kinds of people. The more experiences you have, the less scary it becomes. Your brain starts realizing, I've done this before, I can handle it. Learn to handle rejection. A big part of shyness is fear of rejection. You want to talk to someone, but you're afraid they won't like you. You want to ask someone out, but you're terrified they'll say no. You want to join a group, but you're afraid they won't want you there. But rejection isn't proof that you're worthless. Someone not wanting to talk to you doesn't automatically mean you're boring or unlikable. People have different personalities, interests, moods, and preferences. You won't connect with everyone, and that's okay. Your goal shouldn't be to make everyone like you. Your goal should be to find the people who genuinely do. And you can't find those people if you're too afraid to introduce yourself. Stop comparing yourself to confident people. You see someone who can walk into a room and talk to everyone, and you think, I wish I was like that. But you're only seeing the outside. You don't know how they felt when they first started. You don't know how many awkward conversations they had. You don't know how many times they were rejected. Confidence often looks natural after someone has practiced it for years. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's experience. Instead, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. If you talk to one person today when you normally wouldn't, that's progress. If you asked a question instead of staying silent, that's progress. If you introduce yourself even though you were nervous, that's progress. Small wins count. Stop trying to be someone you're not. You don't need to become loud. You don't need to become the funniest person in the room. You don't need to talk constantly. Being quiet isn't a bad personality trait. You can be calm and still be confident. You can be introverted and still have amazing friendships. The goal isn't to completely change your personality. The goal is to stop letting fear control your behavior. There's a big difference between choosing to be quiet because you enjoy listening and staying quiet because you're terrified of what people might think. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to become more comfortable being yourself. Give yourself a challenge. Here's something you can actually try this week. Every day, do one small thing that makes you slightly uncomfortable socially. Day 1, say hello to someone. Day 2, ask someone a question. Day 3, start a short conversation. Day 4, give someone a genuine compliment. Day 5, talk to someone new. Day 6, share your opinion instead of keeping it to yourself. Day 7, do something you've been too nervous to do. It doesn't have to be huge. The point is to practice. Because every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're teaching your brain something important. I'm safe. I can handle this. I don't have to be perfect. And eventually, the things that once felt terrifying start feeling normal. And remember, nobody is expecting you to be perfect. You are allowed to be awkward. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to say the wrong thing. You're allowed to be nervous. You're allowed to have a conversation that doesn't go perfectly. You don't need to perform for people. You're just talking. And the more you remind yourself of that, the easier it becomes. So the next time you see someone you want to talk to, don't spend 10 minutes creating the perfect sentence in your head. Just say hello. That's it. Don't overthink it. Don't imagine every possible way it could go wrong. Just take the first step. Because the truth is, you'll never become less shy by waiting until you're fearless. You'll become less shy by doing things while you're afraid. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the person who used to spend 20 minutes thinking about whether to say hello is now just walking up and saying it. Not because you suddenly became a completely different person, but because you stopped letting fear make every decision for you. So if you're shy, don't hate that part of yourself. Understand it, work with it, challenge it, start small, talk to one person, then another. Let yourself be awkward. Let yourself fail. Let yourself get rejected sometimes. And keep going. Because confidence isn't about never feeling nervous. Confidence is knowing you can feel nervous and still take the step. And sometimes, the first step is just a simple hello.